As we age, few things are as critical to our independence as the strength and stability of our legs. They are our foundation, carrying us from place to place, allowing us to care for ourselves, and helping us stay connected to the world. But the reality is sobering. Leg weakness is one of the earliest and most dangerous signs of physical decline in older adults. And if ignored, it can lead to a rapid loss of mobility, independence, and even dignity. What may start as a little fatigue, occasional swelling, or a bit of stiffness can quickly spiral into something far more serious. Muscle mass declines by up to 5% per decade after age 30, often targeting the legs first, a condition known as sarcopenia. Bones become brittle and more likely to fracture, especially under the weight they carry throughout daily life. Years of joint wear can lead to debilitating pain. Circulation slows, healing takes longer, and even minor injuries can become chronic issues. And as nerve function declines, balance suffers, leading to falls, hospitalizations, and long-term disability. These aren't distant possibilities. They're common outcomes that affect millions. The symptoms, cramps, numbness, tingling, weakness, and unsteady movement, may seem small at first, but they are urgent warning signs that should not be ignored. Once mobility is lost, it is difficult to regain. That's why taking action early is not just important, it's essential. The good news? It's never too late to protect your legs and preserve your freedom. Exercise and movement are vital, but so is proper nutrition. Your body needs the right building blocks to maintain strong muscles, dense bones, flexible joints, and healthy circulation. In this guide, we're going to walk through 8 essential vitamins that play a crucial role in keeping your legs strong and mobile as you age. These nutrients aren't just helpful. They're absolutely foundational if you want to stay active, steady on your feet, and independent. Once you understand how they support your body and how to include them in your daily life, you'll be able to take real, meaningful steps today that can help you avoid preventable decline tomorrow. Your legs have carried you through so much, it's time to return the favor. And before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments, and feel free to ask any questions along the way. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip. Let's start with number 1, vitamin D. One of the most powerful and overlooked vitamins, vitamin D. You've probably heard it called the sunshine vitamin, and for good reason. Our bodies produce it when our skin is exposed to sunlight. But here's the thing. As we get older, we naturally lose the ability to make enough of it, even if we spend time outside. And when vitamin D drops, so does our strength, slowly at first, and then all at once. This isn't just about a number on a lab test. Low vitamin D makes it harder for your body to absorb calcium, which weakens your bones from the inside out. You may feel more fragile, more prone to aches and pains, even minor injuries that seem to linger. Your legs, your hips, knees, and ankles bear the weight of your entire body. When the bones in these areas become brittle, a simple fall can turn into a life-changing injury. But that's only half the story. Vitamin D also plays a major role in muscle function and energy levels. Think about those days when your legs just feel tired. Maybe you find yourself avoiding stairs or holding onto furniture to steady yourself when you walk. That slow fatigue, that loss of balance, it's often tied to low vitamin D. When your muscles aren't getting what they need, everything becomes harder. But when they do, you stand taller. You move more confidently. You go through your day without the same fear of falling or wearing out halfway through. So where do you get it? The sun is a great place to start. Just 10 to 30 minutes of gentle sunshine a few times a week can make a big difference, depending on your skin tone and where you live. Foods like salmon, mackerel, and cod liver oil are natural sources as well, simple, nourishing options that have been trusted for generations. And many everyday foods like milk or cereal are fortified to help you meet your needs. But even with these, many older adults still fall short, especially in colder months, or if they're mostly indoors. That's where a small doctor-approved supplement can come in, and it can be a game changer. Caring for your vitamin D levels might seem like a small task, but it has a big payoff. It strengthens your bones, supports your muscles, boosts your energy, and helps you stay steady on your feet. And when your legs feel strong, your whole world opens up. You walk farther. You rest easier. You stay independent, engaged, and active, just as you deserve. So if you've been feeling a little weaker, a little less confident, don't shrug it off. Take it as a sign that your body is asking for support. Give it what it needs. And let vitamin D be the first step toward a stronger, more mobile you. Number 2. If vitamin D builds the foundation, then vitamin B12 keeps the communication lines open, especially between your brain, your nerves, and your muscles. When it comes to keeping your legs strong and responsive, this vitamin plays a role that's often underestimated but deeply important. Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your feet? Maybe a numbness that makes walking feel a little unsteady, or cramps that strike out of nowhere. That's not just aging. It could be your body quietly asking for more B12. This vitamin helps maintain healthy nerves, the very pathways that tell your muscles when and how to move. When B12 is low, those signals slow down or get mixed up. That's when your legs might feel weak, shaky, or disconnected from what your brain is trying to do. It's frustrating, and over time, it can start to chip away at your confidence with every step you take. But it's not just about the nerves. Vitamin B12 also helps carry oxygen to your muscles. And without enough oxygen, even simple movements, getting up from a chair, walking to the mailbox, can leave you feeling drained. You might find yourself pausing to catch your breath more often, or sitting down sooner than you used to. That tired, heavy leg feeling? It might not be your age. It might be your B12 levels. The good news is, your body responds quickly when you give it what it needs. A little more energy, a little less cramping, a stronger sense of control in your movements. It all adds up to more freedom and less worry. And the best part, getting enough B12 doesn't have to be complicated. It's found naturally in animal products. So if you enjoy meat, fish, or eggs, you're already on the right track. Even a sprinkle of nutritional yeast, a favorite among vegetarians, can give your B12 a helpful boost. But as we get older, even if we're eating all the right things, our bodies sometimes stop absorbing B12 efficiently. That's why it's so important to check in, listen to your body, and speak with a doctor if you're noticing symptoms. A simple blood test can reveal a lot, and a small supplement, if needed, can make a big difference. Think of B12 as fuel for your body's electrical wiring. It keeps things running smoothly, quietly in the background. You might not notice it when it's working, but you'll definitely feel it when it's not. So if your legs have been sending you little signals, tingling toes, sudden weakness, unexplained fatigue, it's time to pay attention. You've worked too hard and come too far to let something this fixable slow you down. Nourishing your body with B12 is one of the simplest ways to keep your legs moving freely and confidently. And when your legs are strong, steady, and responsive, so is your sense of independence. Let's keep that momentum going. Number 3. Now that we've talked about building strength and keeping those nerves sharp, let's talk about flexibility, because strong legs don't mean much if they're stiff and sore all the time. That's where vitamin C steps in. Most people think of it as just an immune booster, something to reach for during cold season. But when it comes to your legs, it's doing a whole lot more behind the scenes. You see, vitamin C plays a major role in making collagen. That's the protein that holds your joints, muscles, tendons, and even your skin together. Think of collagen like the glue that keeps your body moving smoothly. Without enough of it, joints can feel tight and creaky. Muscles may take longer to recover after activity. Even a short walk can leave you stiff the next morning if your body doesn't have the tools it needs to bounce back. And that stiffness, that lingering ache in your knees, your hips, or even your ankles, it often has to do with inflammation. As we age, inflammation becomes more common, especially around joints that have been used for decades. What vitamin C does is help calm that inflammation down. It's like a gentle reset for your body, reducing the wear and tear so movement feels easier, lighter, and more natural. Have you ever noticed how some days you move more freely than others? Maybe after eating a few fresh fruits or a hearty salad, your body just feels more cooperative. That's no coincidence. Foods rich in vitamin C, like oranges, bell peppers, or even a spoonful of acerola cherry powder in your smoothie, aren't just tasty. They're working deep inside to rebuild tissues, repair little tears in your muscles, and keep your joints lubricated and ready to move. The difference this can make is powerful. With better flexibility, you can reach down to tie your shoes without hesitation. You can step off a curb without that sharp twinge in your knee. You recover faster after a long walk or a round of gardening. And perhaps most importantly, you feel more confident in your movements, which means you're more likely to keep moving, staying active and engaged in the life you love. What I love about vitamin C is that it's so easy to bring into your day. A handful of strawberries, a few slices of kiwi, a squeeze of lemon in your water, small things that add up quickly, and your legs will thank you for it. Not with words, but with freedom. The freedom to bend, stretch, walk, and live without being held back by pain or stiffness. So if you've been feeling tight in the joints, or if recovery is taking longer than it used to, consider whether your body might be running low on this essential support. Give it what it needs, and you might be surprised how quickly you feel the difference, not just in your legs but in your whole outlook. Let's keep that upward momentum going. There's still more your body can do when you give it the right kind of care. Number 4. If you've been doing your best to get more calcium for stronger bones, here's something important you might not know. Calcium doesn't always go where it's supposed to. Without the right guidance, it can settle in places it doesn't belong, like your arteries or even your joints. That's where vitamin K2 steps in. Think of it as your body's traffic director for calcium, showing it exactly where to go, and just as importantly where not to. When K2 is working well, it tells calcium, hey, head to the bones, that's where you're needed. And your bones listen. They absorb more of it, get stronger, and become more resilient to everyday stress. But when K2 is missing, calcium can get lost along the way. That's when problems start showing up. Not just in your bone density, but in the form of stiffness, aches, and a higher risk of fractures. Because when calcium hardens in your joints or clogs your arteries, everything feels heavier, tighter, and more fragile. You might notice it as a general stiffness that doesn't seem to go away, even on days when you're not particularly active. Or maybe your legs feel tight in the morning or after sitting for a while, and it takes a few minutes of movement just to feel normal again. That's your body telling you it's time to check on how well your calcium is being used, and whether it has the support of K2. What's especially encouraging is how small changes can have a big impact. Vitamin K2 is found in some humble but powerful foods, fermented dishes like sauerkraut, or the traditional Japanese dish natto. Even grass-fed butter and ghee carry a natural source of this vitamin, which is why they've long been appreciated in traditional diets. Just adding a little of these foods into your week can help your body start sending calcium where it's most needed, your bones, and not where it gets in the way. What this means for your legs is real peace of mind. Stronger bones are less likely to fracture in a fall. Joints feel looser, more fluid, without that dry, gritty sensation that makes movement uncomfortable. And your overall risk of stiffness, calcification, and painful immobility drops. Simply because your body is getting the support it needs to do what it was designed to do all along. It's easy to overlook vitamin K2 because it doesn't get as much attention as the others. But when it comes to long-term leg strength and freedom of movement, this little nutrient pulls more weight than you'd expect. It doesn't just protect your bones. It protects your mobility, your independence, and your sense of ease in your own body. So if you've ever wondered why your joints feel tight despite doing all the right things, or if you're already working hard to protect your bones, vitamin K2 might be the missing piece. Give your body the green light to rebuild and move freely again, because you deserve to feel strong, stable, and ready for wherever life takes you next. Number 5. Let's talk about something that might be stealing your sleep and making your nights more restless than restful. If you've ever been woken up by a sudden leg cramp or felt your legs twitching and moving when all you want to do is fall asleep, you're not alone. These little annoyances might seem harmless at first, but over time, they can drain your energy, interrupt your healing, and wear down your spirit. And one of the most common reasons behind them? A lack of magnesium. Magnesium is one of those quiet heroes your body absolutely depends on, especially when it comes to your muscles and circulation. It helps your muscles relax after they contract, which is what allows you to move smoothly and without tension. It also keeps your blood vessels open and flexible, which improves circulation and helps oxygen and nutrients get to your legs, especially after a long day. Without enough magnesium, muscles stay tight. They overreact. That's when cramps show up, sharp, sudden, and often in the middle of the night when you're least prepared to deal with them. And for many older adults, those nighttime spasms or twitching legs aren't just uncomfortable. They're exhausting, stealing precious hours of rest, and leaving you drained the next morning. The good news is that your body responds beautifully once you give it what it's been missing. Foods like leafy greens, almonds, and pumpkin seeds are rich in magnesium and incredibly easy to work into your routine. Whether it's a handful of seeds as a snack, a spinach salad at lunch, or a warm bowl of sautéed greens with dinner, these simple choices bring real relief. When magnesium levels begin to normalize, you feel the difference. Your legs start to settle down at night. That uncomfortable restlessness eases. You wake up feeling more refreshed because your sleep isn't constantly interrupted. Even during the day, you might notice that your legs feel less tired, more responsive, and easier to stretch and move. And it's not just about comfort, it's about confidence. Because when you sleep better and move without discomfort, you're more likely to stay active, go for that walk, take the stairs, or play with your grandkids without thinking twice. You stop avoiding activity out of fear of cramps or fatigue, and instead start looking forward to it again. Magnesium might not be the flashiest nutrient, but its impact is real and powerful. It helps your muscles breathe, your blood flow better, and your legs find their rhythm again. So if your legs have been keeping you up at night, or if you've been feeling more sluggish and stiff than usual, this might be your body's way of asking for a little more of this gentle but essential mineral. You've come this far taking care of your body. This is one more simple, meaningful step toward comfort, strength, and restful nights that restore you for the day ahead. Number 6. Have you ever felt like your legs are carrying the weight of the world? That heavy, swollen feeling, especially at the end of the day, can make even short walks or simple tasks feel like a burden. And sometimes it's not just heaviness. It's that strange numbness or tingling sensation, like your legs aren't fully waking up with the rest of your body. These aren't just random discomforts. They're signs that your circulation may be slowing down. And that's where vitamin E quietly steps in to make a big difference. Vitamin E plays a vital role in keeping your blood flowing smoothly. It helps prevent blood from becoming too sticky or thick, which means your legs, especially the lower parts where circulation tends to struggle most, get more of the oxygen and nutrients they need. When blood flows freely, your legs feel lighter, more energized, and better able to keep up with you throughout the day. One of the biggest reasons people feel tired or numb in their legs as they age isn't necessarily because they're doing too much. It's because their legs aren't getting enough nourishment from the inside. Imagine a stream that slows to a trickle. The edges start to dry up. That's how poor circulation can feel. But when vitamin E levels are healthy, it's like opening the floodgates again. Blood moves, muscles wake up, and that dragging sensation can lift. And the best part? Getting more vitamin E doesn't mean overhauling your entire diet. It's found in things many of us already enjoy: nuts, seeds, and wheat germ oil. A sprinkle of sunflower seeds on your salad, a handful of almonds in the afternoon, or even using a vitamin E-rich oil in cooking can slowly but surely add up. It's those small, consistent choices that bring real, lasting change. Once your legs begin receiving the circulation support they need, you'll likely notice a real shift in your energy. That afternoon slump becomes more manageable. You feel steadier when you stand up. You might even find yourself walking longer or standing a little taller, simply because your legs aren't working so hard to keep up. It's easy to brush off swelling or numbness as just part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be your normal. Your body is always looking for ways to heal and thrive. And vitamin E is one way you can give it a helping hand. If your legs have been feeling a bit dull or heavy lately, this could be the missing piece. With just a little attention and the right kind of nourishment, you can help your legs feel lighter, more awake, and ready to support you through everything life has in store. Number 7. You know that shaky, unsteady feeling in your legs, like they just aren't keeping up with you the way they used to? Sometimes it's not just age or tiredness. It could be your nerves sending out a quiet call for help. That's where vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, becomes an unsung hero in keeping your legs strong and steady. Thiamine plays a powerful behind-the-scenes role. It helps your body turn food into energy, yes, but more importantly for your legs, it supports the nervous system, especially the tiny nerves that run all the way down to your toes. When thiamine is low, those nerves can misfire or weaken, leading to that familiar tingling, numbness, or even burning sensation in your feet and legs. In more severe cases, it can feel like your legs aren't getting the right signals from your brain at all. If you've ever stood up and felt like your legs were a second behind you, or noticed that your coordination isn't what it used to be, that might not just be age. It could be thiamine deficiency, which is more common than many people think, especially among older adults. Diuretics, high sugar intake, and even chronic stress can deplete your thiamine stores over time. But there's good news. Restoring your thiamine levels can bring noticeable improvements, more stable footing, less nerve discomfort, and better endurance in your legs overall. Foods like whole grains, beans, pork, and seeds can help, and so can a quality B-complex supplement if your diet needs a little backup. Supporting your leg health isn't just about what muscles can do. It's also about making sure the signals between your brain and body are firing clearly and smoothly. Vitamin B1 helps keep that line of communication open and strong. Number 8. Sometimes leg fatigue isn't about the muscles or joints at all. It's about what's flowing through your veins. When your blood isn't delivering enough oxygen and nutrients to your legs, they get tired faster, recover more slowly, and feel achy or cold, even when you're not doing much. That's where folate, also known as vitamin B9, steps in. Folate plays a key role in forming healthy red blood cells, the very cells that carry oxygen to your muscles and tissues. Without enough folate, circulation slows down. Your legs may feel heavy or swollen. Small wounds might take longer to heal. You might even notice that your energy just doesn't bounce back the way it used to after walking or standing. And there's more. Folate also helps keep homocysteine levels in check. When this amino acid gets too high in the blood, it can stiffen or damage blood vessels, narrowing the pathways that supply your legs with everything they need to stay strong and flexible. Over time, this can lead to poor circulation, chronic fatigue, and increased risk of clotting or cramping. But the solution is beautifully simple. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, lentils, beans, avocados, and fortified grains are all excellent sources of folate. By including them regularly, you're not just protecting your heart, you're giving your legs the nutrients they need to stay energized and pain-free. Think of it this way. If your legs are the engine that moves you through life, folate helps keep the fuel line clean and flowing. It's one of those quiet vitamins that doesn't make a lot of noise, but when it's missing, your whole system feels it. By nourishing your body from the inside out, you're not just caring for your legs, you're investing in your independence, your comfort, and your freedom to keep moving through life on your own terms. If you've made it this far, you already know strong, healthy legs don't just happen with age. They require care, intention, and the right nutrition. These essential vitamins aren't just good for your legs. They're key to staying active, balanced, and independent for years to come. So don't wait until the warning signs show up. Start today by making small, powerful changes to your diet and daily routine. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more wellness tips, and share it with someone you care about. Your legs will thank you, and so will your future self.